What's up, YouTube? What's up, Raider Nation? Man, I'm so elated after watching this game. I thought after Joe Flacco had connected with Steve Smith with a 52-yard touchdown, I thought things were looking bad for us. Baltimore had all the momentum to them, and they were gonna get an upset victory over us. But man, Derek Carr, talk about clutch, talk about talk about his game, man. This guy's a top five quarterback. I don't care what anybody says. This guy doesn't make mistakes. He gets touchdowns, doesn't get interceptions, and man, he continues to prove why he's his leader, man. Let me get right into the numbers, man. Derek Carr, 25-yard completions out of 35 attempts, 199 yards, 4 touchdowns, and the yards wasn't there. He didn't throw for like 300 yards like we're used to seeing him. But you know what? Give credit to this Baltimore Ravens defense. I mean, they have a great defense, Um, but Derek Carr had a clutch game. I mean, I couldn't ask any more of what our quarterback has been able to do for this team and what he's meant for this team. Moving along, talk about running our rushing game. Nothing too impressive today. DeAndre Washington, 5 carries, 30 yards. Tavis Murray, 8 carries, 19 yards. Jalen Richard, 2 carries, 15 yards. And DeAndre Washington gave up a crucial forced fumble, but you know what? He's a rookie, so it's gonna happen. Um, we had 19 carries off 62 yards and 3.3 yards per carry. And you know what? Again, give credit to this Baltimore Ravens defense. I mean, there's this is not the same. This is not the same Baltimore Ravens defense we saw last year. Last year, man, we were just like throwing big time plays left and right. But this year, they've cleaned up a lot of things. Terrell Suggs back. They got still got big time playmakers and Timmy Jernigan, Terrell Suggs, Eric Weddle, C.J. Mosley, and several other players. Let me talk about our wide receivers right now. Man, Michael Crabtree. Talk about talk about big time wide receivers making big time plays. I mean, 7 receptions, 88 yards, 3 touchdowns. It just seemed like every time he caught the ball, it was in the end zone. Man, and another thing, and one of the things I want get to when I talk about these games is I don't want to just point out the good things, man. I want to point out some of the bad things or some of the things that I'm not too happy with. And it's not like I'm disappointed with Amari Cooper, but man, this guy had 5 receptions and 48 yards. And like I said in my previous videos, I said, this guy starts the game off really well, but doesn't finish. I mean, in order for him to, make a sense of that, all pro level, he has to, be able to finish games. It just seemed like in the, fourth quarter, if we were running the ball is going to Michael Crabtree. And Amari Cooper has stepped it up in the third and fourth quarter, man, because I mean he's too talented. He's too big time to be not being productive in the third and fourth quarter. He still hasn't registered a touchdown, and I know he's not playing up to his capabilities. Who else happened? Seth Roberts, 3 receptions, 12 yards, touchdown, and a couple of our tight ends got hurt. Lee Smith got hurt with lower leg injury, and Clive Walford I think also went out with a leg injury. Hopefully those guys are back because we do need them. And fortunately today, we dressed up our third tight end, Marco Rivera, and he came in. He didn't do too much, but just having him out there as tight end, it helped us out. So offensively, you put up 28 points. We didn't get a lot of yardage, but you know what? It's the touchdowns that matter, and we got 4 of those, 28 points. And so offensively, I think we did a good job. Let's talk about defense now. And man, a lot is to be said. I'm still kind of iffy about this defense just because we come into this game, the Baltimore Ravens aren't doing a great job offensively. Running the ball, I think they're ranked 26, and I think they're only rushing at like 80 yards a game, and they come in and they drop 130 yards on us. So we definitely gotta clean up ability to stop the run. We have a lot of big guys up in the front, guys like Dan Williams, Justin Ellis, Jahad Ward, Khalil Mack. And I mean, I would think this, our ability to stop the run should be better than this. Let me talk about some of the players that made some plays and guys that I saw that were making plays as well. Cori James played fast, physical, guy that a sure tackler in my opinion. 15 tackles, a tackle for loss, and he had a forced fumble, which unfortunately we weren't able to recover. But I think he still had a good game. If there was any question about who was getting the starting job between Ben Heaney and Cori James, it's been said. Cori James keeping his job. I mean, this guy's making plays, playing phenomenal. And I think he's going to be our middle linebacker for the next couple seasons. Moving on, Corey Joseph, 8 tackles, a bad down pass. Made some mistakes, but it's gonna happen. He's a rookie, and I don't want to say that too much, but you know what? Rookies are gonna make mistakes, and still had I thought he still had a solid game. Played fast, physical, and made some plays. Um, Khalil Mack, Khalil Mack, six tackles, one sack, a tackle for loss, and three quarterback hits. And you could see when he was hitting Joe Flacco, he wasn't having any of it. And you know what? So many people are quick to like look at or condemn a pass rusher when he's not getting sacks. But you know what? Khalil Mack is he's still getting before he got a sack, he was still getting pressure on quarterbacks. Still stopping the run, still pushing the pocket, and he was still doing a good job. It's just he wasn't getting the sacks. Had a good game this game. I expect it to carry over to next week. Couple of names: Bruce Irving. Out of all the free agent acquisitions we made defensively between Reggie Nelson, Sean Smith, and Bruce Irving, I think Bruce Irving has lived up to his contract, and he's playing good, man. This guy has he had 2 tackles, but he had a sack, he had a forced fumble, a forced fumble at the crucial part of the game, in the fourth quarter. Um, excuse me, and I thought he had a big time play right there at the end. Um, Sean Smith, 3 tackles, 2 bad down passes, had an interception off of 2-point conversion, which the Ravens failed to convert. And you know what? Or I was so quick to condemn Sean Smith the first week for week 1 and week 2, but this guy showed his ability to he today he stopped Mike Wallace from gaining a lot of yardage, and I thought he had a really solid game, and that hopefully continues because him and David Amerson on the other side, man, it could be a good duo. David Amerson had a good game. He did give up that 52-yard touchdown off the broken tackle. And it's only it's the only real big time play he's given up all season. So I'm not gonna go in too hard on him. Still had a solid game. Any other names that I thought had a big game? I thought the Nico Autry was able to push the pocket. Was able to get some pass rush, had a forced fumble recovery. I thought he played solid. Defensively, I think we're solid. We're improving, and hopefully, we keep improving in this week. In the upcoming weeks. 3-1 though, man. I'm so excited. 3-1. I think next week, I think we got the Chiefs or the Chargers coming up, and 3-1, 3-0 on the road, and man, I can't look. I can't wait till next week. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Give this video a thumbs up, guys. Make sure to subscribe, guys, and have a good weekend.